right, collectors, thanks for joining me today, July 27th, for all the shenanigans, all the insanity, all the news that came flying, just exploding at a San Diego Comic-Con 2025. What a time to be alive. What a time to be a collector. We've got so many things that popped out of there. I mean, surprises galore, just a bunch of really cool stuff. And some shenanigans as well. We're going to get to those. This was a level of shenaniganizing that I've rarely seen throughout the toy community. But let's get to it. Let's talk a little bit about it, shall we? Let's get into it a little bit. As always, let's start out with some of the silliness, hilarity. You know, pulling the wool over your eyes type of corporation nonsense that we had going on, right? Number one, and you guys heard me talk about it, was the insanity that was the Cold Slither 2025 12-second in my cart but couldn't order it shenaniganizing, right? A lot of you guys have now, kind of caught on, and kind of we've caught on. I think Hasbro does that just to bring a little bit of artificial scarcity to the situation, right? They're going to get their money. They're going to try to make sure and they squeeze every last dime right out of there. So if you're paying attention, I think at some point you will get it. Some maybe way later than others. So ultimately, you've got a couple of different avenues, right? If you're lucky enough, if you're fortunate enough to have had a friend down there to pick it up for you and to ride the trials and tribulations that is San Diego Comic-Con, well, lucky you. Otherwise, be a Premium Pulse member. For me, I'm going to tell y'all something about Premium Pulse membership. For me, it pays for itself in the first 3 months. I hate to sound like a shill for Hasbro, but because I order so much shenanigans or so much junk from Hasbro, I mean, it's not junk, it's toys that I love and that are nostalgic. But because I order so much of it, it pays for it. The shipping is outrageous, anyways. And if you're a Pulse member, you get free shipping. And so for me, in the first 3 months, it pays for itself. So you could be a Pulse member and you could have got it online that first 12 seconds if you were fast, if you were a robot, boom, 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 buy. Otherwise, you're out of luck like me, like 95% of us. And you're over there, right? But, or you could wait until August 1st. Apparently it's going back up. And then I think there's going to be like one more final wave. Serpentor had 3 waves, and I think Mindbender had 3 waves because so many people wanted that version of it. And Hasbro's like, you know what, guys? I'll do you a favor. I'll go ahead and let you order it one last time. So, we've got that. And I think eventually, everybody who's paying attention will be satisfied. So, all right. So that was the shenanigans with Cold Slither. Let's move on from that. Hopefully everybody will get what they want one way or another on August 8th. August 1st. Go check it out. It says on the thing there when they're doing it. Now, the other shenanigans that happened, we got a lot to talk about, and I'm going to try to power through some of the pre-orders and stuff and news that came out, but I want to spend a little bit of time on this. The other shenanigan was this. See that? I feel bad that some of the vintage guys are getting that for a HASLAB. That's some of that stinky stuff. That's some of that BS right there, boy. I'll tell you what. I actually sold one of those older ones, I think for like $60 or something. I don't know. I might have bought one, for... It's at $500, really. I mean, it's $449 plus tax plus shipping if you're not a Pulse member. So it goes over $500 for that. So here's a picture of it comparing the old one to the new one. Yes, it's bigger, but does that make it better? It certainly does make it unwieldy. But then again, I don't know. I mean, there it is. You can put little action figures now, the little bubbles to the side of it. How many of you prefer the old one to this new HASLAB? How many of you are actually going to mess around with it? I don't know. I was 100%. I order Star Wars HASLABs. Well, I've only ordered the one, the Razor Crest, because I'm big Mando fan, a big Boba Fett fan. But I mean, seriously, this is what you're going to offer for $500? Let's just cut to the chase. It's $500, and then in the Ghost was a damn good offering, but this is some of that smelly stuff. All right, and finally, the other shenanigan that we got to talk about is this. What are we? I am fed up with all the crossovers. What does Motu have to do with Transformers? Not a gosh darn thing. Not a flip flappity flim flam of a thing. But there they are. You know what? I'm not buying them because it's ridiculous. But if you guys like ridiculousness, or if this is something right up your alley, or if these are the two most wonderful franchises, I love Transformers and I love He-Man, but not that much to smash them together and, you know, turn it into something. It's just not something that I want to do. So, but here's the hilarity of Bumblebee Armor Man-at-Arms. What? Stupid. And here's the hilarity of Megatron Armor Skeletor. What? This is so dumb. But you know what? Hey, like I said, some man's yuck is another man's yum. So you go ahead and love it if you like. I'm not a big fan. But if anything, it's just really funny to me. It's hilarious to me. Anyways, let's get down to the news. And as always, you guys know I love G.I. Joe, military, Valaverse, gridirony, Pixis design type of stuff. So let's jump right into it, shall we? Let's get in there and take a gander at this. So what a bunch of awesome, you know, reveals we had. You know, let's just go through them again. Let's just go through everything, right? We had some really cool stuff. Hasbro did do some cool stuff with this franchise. I wasn't expecting it, but anyways. We got alerted to the Grim Reaper. Not a lot of people are super happy about it. We'll skip right through that one because we've already talked about the Grim Reaper before, I believe. We've got Sci-Fi again. They kind of announced that again, and they had some pictures of it there at the Comic-Con, which is fantastic. We're going to skip right through this because I think we've done it before. Mainframe was also there, which was very cool. I'm excited about it, so that's very cool. And then we got Wetsuit, another one of my favorites. I think I have it upstairs like I was telling you last week, so that's very nice. And then we start with the new reveals, which is the Steel Core Sentry and Modular Defense Post, which is kind of like the opposite of, what was it, the Trench Viper and the other set. So now we've got kind of a Checkpoint Alpha-ish type of scenario. I don't know. If I was you, I mean, I'm going to buy a couple of them just because I'm a completist, but I mean, there are better options out there. Gosh, you could build your own. You could build your own. But I mean, I'm a completist, so I'm going to get a couple. So there you go. And then they also announced, well, we saw this last week, I think, which is Desert Scorpion and Scorpion 25. I love this set. This set is amazing. And then a surprise out of nowhere, out of left field, smack you across the head. Everybody's been asking about it. Pythona, we finally get one, and she has, thank you Hasbro, she has a cloth cape. With that alone, I wipe away some of your sins. 1 second. Sorry, back to the video. I just got some amazing news. Some really, really amazing news. So later in the week, I might fill you in on it. So keep your ears peeled and your eyes open. All right. So we left off at Pythona. Yeah, that was like a shock, right? I'm so happy that we're getting her. I'm so happy she has a cloth cape. Thank you. Thank you. You don't even have to put a wire in it. just as long as it gets out of the way. So she looks fantastic. I love all the accessories. I like the 2 heads that she's... I'm a big fan of the G.I. Joe movie. I know Cobra La was a little bit weird, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the different, you know, innovative, you know, way they took it. It was a little bit wackadoo, but still pretty neat. You know, as a kid, I remember going, oh, that's kind of messed up. Because, you know, like The Thing, you know, had come out a while back. You're like, well, what if they are just biological, you know, just messing around with you biologically, right? Anyways, moving on from that, we've got the the Ghost Viper and the Dire Wolf. These look fantastic. These 2 crazy looking creatures look crazy cool. So I'm not into the, I don't know what the lore is on these. This must have come out well after I left, you know, that hiatus I took while I was in the Army. But interesting. I don't remember it. I just don't remember it. So, but it looks great. It looks great. So I'll be getting a few of those. And then we've got, I believe, Steeler and Short Fuse. Yeah, a couple of troops run around. I don't remember them so much. Must have been in the comic books, maybe. Maybe in the cartoon that I don't know. I don't remember them from the cartoon. Or maybe, I don't know. I just don't. So there's that. And then we've got some name-only reveals, which was pretty neat. I like it when they do that. We've got our friend Iceberg. Finally, some freaking Arctic troops for the Snowcat, right? Come on. I mean, come on. What else? We got Big Lob. I've seen a lot of people making customs of Big Lob from the that failed action figure series from, like, you know, they did with the NBA. I mean, come on, I could have told you that wasn't going to work out. They tried to sell them for, like, they're still sitting at my Ollie's. They're still clogging up the shelves at my Ollie's. And they won't buy them for $10. I think they were trying to sell them for $50 at one point. Anyways, Big Lob, looking forward to it. Love it. Good job. I do remember him. We've got Hit and Run. Don't remember him too much, but still looking like a great troop, so I will pick him up. Night Viper. I do remember him. I don't know why. I don't know why I remember some and not the others, but I do remember him. And then I definitely remember Lifeline. I remember him. He stood out. I think I had him. I think I had this figure, but it got lost to the oceans of time between then and now. So that's what we have for the Joes. Holy moly, what an amazing... It was good. I think the Joe team from Hasbro did really well at that point. A little bit of redeeming there. Although, again, I can't stress enough, why didn't we ask about the police officers? That's the, you know, you release the firefighters, where's the police officers? Does Hasbro not like policemen? What's the deal? That's what I would want to know. Does Hasbro not like law enforcement? Is that something? Is that a stand that Hasbro wants to take to be against law enforcement? What a stupid thing to take a stand against. I mean, not every human is decent. Not every firefighter is good. You know, people have flaws. But like I said earlier in some of my videos, 99% of law enforcement interactions go just fine. I can't tell you how many times I've been pulled over by an officer and it was my fault. And I said, give me my ticket. I was going, 5 over or whatever. You had every right to pull me over. I knew, and it's my fault. Cop writes me a ticket, says here. Sometimes they write me a ticket. Sometimes they go, you know what? Thank you for admitting that. I'm just going to give you a warning now. Get on out of here. They're so shocked that people take accountability. That's the funny part. They're so shocked that people take accountability for, whatever little infraction that they've made, that sometimes they're so happy about it. They're like, okay, you know what you did wrong. Get on out of here. Don't do it again, or, slow it down a little bit. Anyways, all that to say, I would have asked, What was the stance there? What was the reasoning? I don't care if it was controversial. I really don't. I want to know what the reasoning was there, right? Maybe we're just making stuff up and the mold wasn't finished. I doubt it, but anyways. All right, next. Let's talk about some Gridiron. And I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but Gridiron has the Shadow I just did a review on the Shadow Phalanx. Go check it out. I'll put a link up here somewhere or in the description below. I just did a review on it. The first review out there for it. Go check it out. There are some differences between it and the Jungle Phalanx. And now the next one that we're going to get to. But anyways, they've just released a turret for the Shadow Phalanx. Go check it out. I've already ordered mine. I've already ordered the Jungle turret as well. And now they just released as well the Desert Phalanx. So come on, who didn't know? Who didn't know that that was happening next, right? And stay tuned because they'll probably have a turret for that system too. So I love it. I love that we're getting all these options. Again, they're kind of pricey, but you know, it is what it is. It's a niche product. They're not on the scale of Hasbro to produce, you know, hundreds of thousands of these things. Mom and pop shop, American mom and pop shop, you know, providing some very cool, you know, not only that, they don't take as long as a HASLAB takes. A HASLAB takes like a year and a half too. Gridiron's pumping them out like in 45 days, 30 to 45 days, you get your order. So I am very happy that they're having the success that they're having. Good for them. Good for them. Mom and pop American company. Do your thing. And here's the cool part too. Gridiron, Mr. Mark, was over there at San Diego Comic-Con. I didn't get to make it, but here he is with his, I guess the Warfare, I think that's what, anyways. He's out there with the action figures that he's kind of, you know, been dabbling into with the Monster Force and all those guys. I wish him the best of success. Look at some of the figures that he's got here. I'd do the same thing. If I had an action figure line, who do you think would be the first character? This ugly mug. I'd put my face on a character too. I don't care. But yeah, I mean, still a very cool looking character. Looks, you know, I'll be getting a few of these whenever they release, right? The Operation Monster Force looking fantastic. I love it. I love this whole new line. I've told you guys I'm into the Monster Force stuff. I've already gotten mine pre-ordered. So I'd do the same thing. I'd put my face on one of those, you know, Bobby's done it. I mean, who doesn't dream of having their own action figure? Come on, that's awesome. And then here he is, man, he looks angry. Mark, why are you so angry? And here he is with this, the other, I don't know what this guy is, but it looks fantastic. I like the way that they look. They got a really cool demeanor to them. And here's kind of a close-up shot of the other action figure that's with him. Hey, I know that helmet down there in the back. You see that? The driver's, that's the Shadow Phalanx driver's helmet. Anyways, I think it's supposed to be Mark's helmet. I forgot what the name of the character was, but I think it's supposed to be. But I want it to be the driver. Hey, have your own fun, right? Whew, wow, let's get to Marvel. We've got a long way to go. We got to keep going. We got to keep powering through this. Mephisto was announced, and he is a made-to-order $80 action figure with throne. That cape is plastic. Now that kind of ticks me off, but regardless, you know, we never thought we'd get a Mephisto. We kind of, when they showed us the sculpt with the engine of greed or whatever, that thing that failed, we kind of knew at some point they'd use it again. And here it is. It's a made-to-order Mephisto. You know, it's kind of hard to sell Satan in the stores. So this is the way to go, man. This is the way to go. Yeah, absolutely. Sell it this way. He is a character that has existed for decades in the Marvel Universe. And it's not going to sell out because this is the great thing about these. You know, we order 50,000 of them. Hasbro makes 50,000 of them. You know, just order as many as you like. Hasbro will make them, and then you'll get charged for it, and then they'll deliver them to your door, and nobody loses a penny on it, and you get exactly what you want. Sounds like a win-win. Anyways, moving on from that, let's talk a little bit about some X-Men 97. I'm not pre-ordering any of these, not a one. I'm just gonna play it by ear. I'm gonna be crazy on this one. X-Men 97 Wolverine and Storm 2-pack, $50. It's cool. I like the best part about that is Wolverine's like that face he's making with the teeth. I've already got a Storm. I've already got a Wolverine, several. Like 15 Wolverines. I don't need another one, but whatever. And then you've got another Storm, but this time, you know, with different, not the headpiece and kind of a different outfit. So you get that as well. Not going to be ordering that one. And then you've got Sunspot. Not going to be ordering that one, but it's there if you want it. I'll probably, when I say I'm not going to pre-order them, I'll just be looking out for them in the stores. I think they're going to be plentiful. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be running around like not finding these. And then you also have Morph. This is the skinnier version of Morph than the one that we got previously. He was way more built. I don't remember Morph being that built. You know what I mean? It's I think that they were using Cyclops' body, which is... So anyways, then you also got Logan, which is Wolverine. Another Logan. It's all right. Maybe you can use him in a backdrop for something. I'll pick him up, but... And they never know about Jubilee. Jubilee was a cool character, is a cool character, but sometimes people leave her on the peg, sometimes people buy her. It's just such a weird thing with her. I don't know, not a lot of people, it's hard to predict her. You got Emma Frost. They could have just made her cape cloth. Once again, they've traffic coned her. They've given her a little bit more room in the cape for her arms, but they've traffic coned her. So you're gonna have to go to like some Etsy store to go pick her up a different cape or make your own. I think I made my own last time and it worked out well. But they've traffic coned her again, man. Doggone, you guys are just stuck on stupid. All right. You've got Gambit and Marvel's Rogue playing basketball. I do remember this from, you know, I think some of the scenes or whatever. It's there if you want it. I'm not going to pre-order it, but it's there if you want it. Very, very niche 2-pack there. Cyclops and Jean Grey, don't need it. Probably won't pick it up. So there's going to be a period here where I'm not going to pick up. I might pick it up on special or something. I don't know. If the mood hits me. I think this is the one that I'm most excited about. I might pre-order this one. Change my mind. I might pre-order. And that's Cable. Cable's one of my favorite cats, favorite figures, and I have his first appearance. So of course, I might go ahead and pull the trigger on this one. Now we got to some weird ones, right? Now these are kind of cool, but just think about it. This is a $40 figure that comes teamed up with a playable Magic the Gathering card. It's playable, of course. This is a $25 figure. $25. It's a good looking figure, but it's $25. And they're gonna throw in a $15 card. So the card, a little piece of cardboard that I don't even play a game, I don't even play this game, is $15. Not pretty cool, not good, not cool. Like shenanigans. This is the fourth shenanigan. This is the fourth shenanigan this week. They got Magic the Gathering, another $25 figure. We just saw this figure released a while back with a $15 card. I mean, it's there if you want it. Kind of not cool. And then this is some Ross Ollie special kind of stuff, man. I mean, if Sheet had been sold, this is not the Black Widow buck. So I don't think this is going to do well. The Mary Jane Watson as Iron Spider, I don't think it's going to do well. I don't think no, it's not going to do well. Just save your money, pick it up at Ross, pick it up at Ollie's. It's not going to do well. And neither is this. I don't know who this. You know what? This guy's. I don't care. I don't care. This guy's just going to be at Ross and Ollie's. Who is this guy? Manwolf. Nobody's going to walk into Target and go, or Walmart and go, where's that Manwolf figure? Nobody. Just clogging up pegs. All right. Moving on to Mafex. We've got Lobo. I know he's not painted or anything. I usually don't, like I said, I don't cover everything. I know there was more Mafex stuff, but I've got Lobo's first appearance. This Bass Stitch. I gotta have him. I gotta have this figure. So I think I've had every Lobo figure produced lately, right? I have the Storm Collectibles one. I have 2 of those. I have the one McFarlane did, both versions. What is it? The Superpowers and the DC Multiverse. I have various versions of them. So I love Lobo. Punisher. Oh, you know what? I got to remember that. I might as well tell you now. I did pre-order the Punisher. And that was one, because I was thinking about what did I pre-order? Because later on I kind of tell you. But I better tell you now, because I'm going to forget. I did order I didn't do much pre-ordering, but I did order the Punisher. And he looks like he's on a bigger buck. So that's good. And then we also have Venom from the movie Mafex is doing. It comes with several heads. One head where you could see Eddie Brock's head. And then, another head, just like a regular head. So I didn't order this Venom. I didn't order it. All right, Wonder Woman from Justice League. She looks good. She looks good from Mafex. I won't be pre-ordering it, but she looks good, You've also got Berserker. I didn't pre-order this one. I'm on the fence about it. But it looks really good. Berserker, he looks really good. I like it. Batman. That looks doggone good. When pre-order opens for that one, I'm all over it. That Batman from Flash looks really good. It just looks really good. Looks really good. All right, moving on from that. I think we've got, it was a Suicide Squad Deadshot. I think that is Deadshot. I don't know. Guys, don't crucify me down. Look, I think it's Deadshot. I think. Looks good. Looks good. I didn't pre-order it, but it looks good. And then we have the Peacemaker and Eagly. I think Eagly's in there. I don't know. He's probably not. But Cena made me laugh so much in that series. You guys should watch that series. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I had a good time with it. All right. Thank you. A lot of these pictures I got from, the interwebs, and where I can, I give credit. Some of the earlier pictures were picked up from, I believe, TNI News International, I believe, and then Toy Arc. Some Toy Arc guys got that. And then this one is from my friend, Laser Pants. So Ryan, thank you so much for shooting this pic. This looks fantastic. I'm all over this order for the Red Hood. That looks good. Mezco, I might get 2 of those. Man, that looks good. Rarely does Mezco do something, but that looks fantastic. So I'm picking that up. Not so much for this one. Nope. Batman Year One, I think. I'm not picking this one up, Mezco. It may be true to the character, but I don't like it. And then they're doing Soupity Soup Superman. Not a fan. But if you are, go out and get you some of that when it comes out. All right. Every now and then McFarlane does some shenanigans, and I actually like the way he did this. He kind of gave us some choices here. Level 1, level 2, level 3. And the way I understand it, you are free to order any one of these levels and they will fulfill, I think. I'm stuck between level 2 and level 3 of this Batmobile. So I'm excited about it. I do like it, and I probably will order it. So we'll just see when. I don't know. I've been vacillating on it because I'm still trying to decide between which one of these to get, which level. Oh, And then finally, look at that. I want to say McFarlane watches this show. I really want to say he watches this show. Do you see that? What other vehicle do you know that McFarlane has produced where the doors open? But this door opens. McFarlane, do you watch my show? Come on, man. Shoot me up on Instagram if you watch my show. Because I said I wouldn't buy it, and I saw that other card. The only way I'd buy it is if those doors open. And magically, they open now. So, do you watch the show, McFarlane? Are you watching? You might be watching. I'll try not to be so hard on you, but I heap praise on you when you do it right, man. I heap praise on you. But then sometimes you don't do it right. And you got to hear the hard truth, McFarlane. You got to hear it. McFarlane don't watch this show. What's wrong with y'all? You know I'm not delusional, right? I know he doesn't watch. That's all that was for comedic effect. I'm not delusional yet. All right. Wonder Woman. This actually looks pretty good from McFarlane, but I want the other Wonder Woman. McFarlane, give us the other Wonder Woman, please. This is how we'll know he's watching. Hey, McFarlane, come here. The other Wonder Woman. This one's good, but I want the other, the platypus one. That's the one I want. I'll put a picture of it right here so you don't get confused. Or just check out eBay. we all want that one. All right, this Deathstroke looks fantastic. If I find him, I'll pick him up. He looks to be like a regular release, so. I've seen that M16 before. He likes using that, reusing stuff. It's good for him. This is supposed to be Metronomaton. I don't know what this dude's name is, and nobody cares. He's gonna end up at Ross. But I actually saw him today. He's announced it, and it's already in a store. You'll see it on the hunt midweek. That dude's already in DFW. I saw him today, and what drew me to him was the throne that he's on. I was like, ooh, I could use that throne for something. But he's out there, so he's not gonna sell worth a flip other than the throne. I'll buy him for the throne when he's on special. Then I'll buy him. And then you've got Mirror Man. Oh man, I remember Mirror Man from nothing. I don't know who this is. This is gonna be just clogging up shelves like Orion. Nobody knows. Like Wildcat. I loved Wildcat. That's a character I actually did love. Clogged up the shelves. Like, what is it? Was it Green Arrow? That other Green Arrow guy? Or Hour Man? I told you all those are all going to be clogging up the shelves. And what did they do? McFarlane, what did they do? They all clogged up the shelves. This turd is going to clog up the shelves. And I don't care what he did and how important he is to what. Nobody cares. If I've already shown you that, hey man, don't question my comic book credit. Credit, what is it? Comic book cred? Well, question it a little bit because I don't read everything, but that's a turd. Anyways, once again, Ryan came through with some fantastic pictures of the InArt Collectibles, the Batman. This looks like a really great figure. I don't know how it articulates or anything, but it looks really nice. Cloth cape, wired cloth cape. Wow, looks really nice. What else? And then we've got the Batman versus Superman, looks like, InArt figure. Also looks very nice. Very nice. Now this one is off the scales nice. This Deathstroke looks really good. Man, definitely picking that one up. And then you've got the Superman. Yeah, looks good. Looks like Superman, Man of Steel. Right? I like it. And then this looks really good too. The armored up Batman. It's not the same as a Batman versus Superman look, but he's still armored up, so I like it. Looks really good. Moving on to some more McFarlane. Let's go. McFarlane Fall 2025. Another Batman sitting on a throne. I think he lights up. I think his chest lights up. Not gonna be buying it. Too many Batmans. Got too many Batmans. And then Dr. Midnight will clog up the stores. Just buy them on special. Fall 2025, some more 7-inch ultra articulated action figures. I think from this line you'll have some more success. I think the Scarecrow will do well. I think Batman from Batman Inc. will do well. And maybe even Static Shock will do pretty well. The rest of these, well, maybe Batgirl will do pretty well. You know, I don't know. This probably might be an okay line. You know, yeah, change my own mind right here. Might be all right. Might do okay. I keep being super disappointed by what McFarlane is doing with the Fallout figures. He keeps making them elite figures, and I'm not buying those elite figures. I mean, I guess he just sells them on his website or whatever. I'm not buying them. And there's a reason why we don't find them in stores. Because he won't send them there. Because nobody will buy them. Or they'll just probably steal the insides or whatever. Anyways, not going to buy that. And he's also working on some Mutant Ninja Turtles line. I'm interested to see how that goes. You got Raphael, Bebop, and Michelangelo right here. I'm interested to see how it goes. Here's an example of some of the packaging. Packaging for Leonardo. It looks kind of cool. You get a comic book as well. The articulation I'm not super sure about. Here's Donatello. Again, cool comic. I love that he provides a comic book in there. So here's what I'm not super excited about. You see that articulation at the elbow? It looks like a maximum of 90 degrees, if that, if a little under. And I think his knees also are just 90 degrees. That's it. So, not super great. But Shredder, I think these are 5-inch as well, but Shredder looks like his articulation is much better. Anyways, moving past that, Super Friends Superman Classic. I'll be picking that up as well. I won't pre-order these. These I don't pre-order. These I'll find at the store. I know I will. And then you got Flash. Yeah, I'll pick it up at the store. I don't know if I'm picking... I do remember the toy, what is it, Toy Master? Toy Master? I think that's what his name is. I remember him with the hat from the Super Friends. I don't remember Mr. Freeze as much, but, or is it Captain Cold? Mr. Freeze? Captain Cold. I don't know. Oh man, don't beat me up below. And then Chitara. You guys are gonna kill me in the comments. Something to do with the cheetah. I remember her voice though. I think Cheetah? I don't know. I'm just gonna stop. Anyways, I do remember her voice though in the cartoons, but all right. Let's move on from that. Anyways, Star Wars. These are all retreads. All retreads. But I'm happy for some of the new blood that's been joining Star Wars and hasn't been able to find some of these very, very... Well, the only one that's not a retread is Ventress. And this other dork that nobody wants. This guy from the Acolyte. Nobody wants that dude. But whatever. I guess they got to produce it. It's in the contract. Whatever. So you've got Anakin and Rex. $45. Ventress. She looks like a new outfit there. Pretty cool. Jango Fett, retread. The dork nobody wants. Nope, it's gonna sit there on the shelves. You've got, and then another retread of Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. Pick them up if you like. On the vintage side, you've got Chewbacca, Han Solo, and the Imperial Shock Trooper. $17 each? No. No, I've already got mine. I bought them when they were like 12 or 15. And that was pushing it for me when it hit 15. So I'm not picking this up. I'm gonna let it sit on the shelves. I'll pick it up at Ross. I don't need it. I've still got like 2 or 3 still on the card. I don't need these. But if you're new to the series or you're new to the new blood into the Star Wars franchise, there you go. There you go. Have fun. Now this series I'm highly, highly excited about. I was reading the comic books before any of you even knew that this show existed, that this comic book existed. Man, I read this full decade and a half maybe before this, you guys heard about it. So I'm over the moon that they've started making, well, they've had action figures before, but not at this level. The action figures that they had before, I believe came from Diamond Select or something. They were they were okay, but they were highly limited in articulation. Highly limited. But anyways, you've got Invincible, his little brother, I forgot what his name was, and Conquest. I'm for sure picking up Invincible and Conquest. That Conquest is a bad dude. So here's some close-ups. Here's Invincible. Looking good. Looking good. Conquest. Smack you. And then his little brother, Invincible's little brother. I'm not picking that one up. The other interesting item is you have a crowd-funded snake layer by Mattel. Boy, everybody's getting into this crowd-funded stuff, aren't they? $300. You can lay down your money on August 1st. It's there if you want it. So this is another item that I'm super excited about, though, is Jada Toys, the Cyberpunk series. I got about halfway through it and then something else came up and I stopped watching it. I got to get back into it, but so far what I've been watching from it, I really enjoy. I don't know who these three figures are. I haven't seen them yet in the show, but the one in the middle and then the one in the end, I mean, they all look great. They just all look great. And what they did initially with what Jada did with those other figures was just fantastic. So I'm hoping for more of that. Here's the girl figure. Ooh, she looks scary. Her eyes are just wackadoo. So there's that. Here's a close-up shot of that guy with that weapon. I think he's enhanced as well, superhuman or something. Looks very cool. I bet we could do some real good customs with those. And then, ooh, the cyber dude. It looks like a military cyber guy, I bet. I bet this guy's maxed out with cybernetics. He put a smack down on anybody. All right, moving past that, Jakks Pacific. Now this was very interesting to me. You've got like kind of a crossover between Sonic the Hedgehog and DC Universe. You've got 5-inch figures and 2.5-inch figures. This is crazy. The 5-inch figures have 27 points of articulation. That's crazy articulated for a 5-inch figure. And then, you know, not so much with the 2.5 inch. There's only like 5 points of articulation with those, but holy moly. 27 points. You got it. That's a lot of articulation. I'll have to check one out. I'll probably pick one up. And then you've got NECA making the figures for that new Predator movie, Predator Badlands or something, what it's called. It looks interesting. It looks highly interesting. I know a lot of people don't necessarily like the look of the Predator. I'm a big fan of Predator, so I'm going to be buying it. I don't necessarily like this version of the Predator, but I'm a big fan of it, and I get it. You know, when you first join the ranks, of a military organization, you don't really look the part, right? You're kind of ate up. Your hat's not right. Your haircut may not be. You don't come out looking like a high-speed airborne super troop ready to, you know, take on the world and, you know, destroy the enemy, looking tall, looking strong, you know, ready to take it out. You kind of walk in there kind of dorky, kind of tripping over yourself, kind of not knowing what to do with the weapon, right? Well, if you've been in the military. So I get it. You know, it's a dorky one. It's a dorky Predator because he hasn't learned how to fight yet, or he's learning. So that'll be interesting to get a view, some insight into how that goes. All right, we're back at it. I had to stop for a second to take care of some more good news. So I'll let you know what it is later on, hopefully next week. We'll see. So exciting. Anyways, the next thing I want to talk about a little bit was the Frazetta and Frazetta girls. What is it? John Carter of Mars. I really like John Carter. I like that movie that Disney made. And don't stone me for it. Don't. I liked the movie. I read the book when I was a kid. I like Edgar Rice Burroughs. I like Tarzan. I read those books when I was a kid. And I really liked what Disney did. It wasn't It wasn't a super faithful adaptation, but I still liked it. I still like seeing my characters that I grew up as a kid on the big screen. Will I pick up this John Carter of Mars from the Frazetta? I don't know if I want to. I want to, but the articulation is just, you know, and I hate to say it, but the articulation is junk sometimes on these figures for as much as they cost, $90+. And then the little thing that he comes with, the little toad or whatever this, you know, giant toad that he comes with isn't going to be articulated. So I really like it. But I can't pull the trigger on this. But I really like it. It's just not well articulated. And I know some people are going to say it's articulated enough. No, not for $90. All right, and let's just end with a little bit of wrestling. One thing that caught my eye from the wrestling bonanza was Piper's Pit, the Rudy Piper set that's supposed to be coming out. It's probably going to be. Am I going to buy it just straight cost? No. I'm like everything else. I'm going to see like every one of these 3-packs. I want to see if it goes down in price because it usually does. I don't think not a one that I have seen has gone, you know, missing or sold out or gone up in value. These usually go way down in value, like $27, $30. And then I'll pull the trigger because not only does it come with a bunch of, Rowdy Piper stuff and accessories, but also comes with the Piper Pit, the Viper Pit. Anyways, I will be picking that up, but not at retail. All right, so a couple of things. What did I pre-order? 2 things. The Punisher, which I thought I was gonna forget about, and so the Punisher from Mafex, I've pre-ordered that on Big Bad Toy Store, and then I'm about to pre-order Mephisto. They don't charge it, I don't think, until like August 29th or something. I don't know. I'm gonna get Mephisto. And what am I on the hunt for? Everybody's on the hunt for, what is it? Already forgot. Cold Slither. And I also on the hunt for, I can't believe I forgot. That has been my whole, anyways, Cold Slither and the Savage Land 3-pack. But hopefully we found a solution for one of those or both. So we'll see. Like I said, you've got options. Number 1 is to be there. Number 2, do you happen to have a friend that's there? Number 3, wait for August. Number 3 was do it online, a couple days ago in 12 seconds. Number 4 is wait till August 1st, August 1st, and then you can order it then. We should have a little bit more time then, at least 5 minutes to order. And then number 5 is wait for the second wave, or the third wave at that point that they would order to, another one. Same thing that they did with Serpentor, same thing that they did with Mindbender. So, all right, guys, we got to get to this monstrous haul. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Oh, you know what? I forgot to talk about that. We lost. I don't care about his politics. I don't, think what you will of that. I'm just talking about what the character that man portrayed meant to me when I was growing up. And he entertained the crap out of me when I was a kid. I laughed, I cried, I cheered. Hulk Hogan was an icon of the 80s, and he entertained my young mind to no end. So he will be missed. I think that character will be missed. And that's, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't care for the other stuff. I don't want to hear, I'm just talking about the character, right? I know later on you know, got into the politicky stuff. But we don't talk about that mess here. We got enough. This is a toy show. And there's a lot of toys of Hulk Hogan. He will be missed. And then we also lost the trumpet player, Mangione. We also lost Ozzy. Ozzy was a huge, huge part of my life growing up. You know, all the songs, you know, with Black Sabbath, his solo career, you know, just a ton of music that meant a ton to all of us, or not all of us, or many of us, right? From that generation. So he went out rocking, man. Ozzy Osbourne went out rocking. And finally, I think Malcolm from The Cosby Show passed away, just drowned. So we lost quite a few people this last week. Life isn't forever, but enjoy every moment of it while you're here. And I hate to bring everybody down. Let's be happy. So I wanted to tell you this. This haul will rival, not rival, will eclipse. This is a haul to eclipse the standard of insanity that has been known Kyle Peterson hauls. This is another haul that will eclipse his hauls. If Kyle Peterson ever watches, he's gonna say, who is this nerd? Who is this guy that's trying to eclipse me? But anyways, this haul, I'm looking at it and there's a mountain of monstrosities, of shenanigans on this haul. Let's get to it real quick. Let's have some fun. Let's go. I didn't pick up my comic books. I got to go do that tomorrow. Anyways, guys, let's get to the haul. Let's remember some of those very cool icons from the 80s. Ozzy, Hulk. Man, they're going to be missed. But let's be happy that we had them and not sad that they're gone. Let's get to the haul. All right, like I said, brother, Kyle Peterson ain't got nothing on me. No, seriously. I try. No, but everybody stop laughing at my Macho Man impression. Anyways, well, yeah, this is going to be a massive, massive haul. And these two things, because I got them last week, should eclipse everything already, right? So one of my several, let's just say 4 rattlers. Here he is, Dinosaur Neil. Oh, let me put this back down. Oh my gosh, Ben. Oh, that hurt. All right. So those are the rattlers. Those came through. And here you go. I got a couple of phalanxes. As extra jungle phalanx and the shadow phalanx came through. So these, now I got to reset. So that was round 1. Let me get the rest of this stuff in place. But yeah, that was, that alone is a huge haul. So let me get the smaller stuff set up. All right, well, here we go with the deals for this weekend. There aren't very many, but there's always some because I'm always keeping an eye out for deals. And these two I found at Ross, 2 sniper Marines for like a female, you know, core or whatever, you know, just, it's good to have variety, right? You can use these for fodder, or you could make characters with them. They have a good, you know, set of equipment as well. They're just great. So might as well pick these up. $16.99 at Ross. I have a bunch of Halo jumpers, so might as well have a few more female soldiers as well. All right, I picked these 2 up because they were 50% off. Another 2, you guys saw it in the video, I believe, right? Another 2 Savage Land Professor X's. Put a vest on them, you know, a different head on it, and boom, you got yourself some more soldiers running through the jungle. You know, some 19s, you know, these would be like Vietnam era troops or something, I don't know, when it was just solid green. And I picked up, I forgot what we did. Anyways, we can do something with this head sculpt and with this suited body. Somebody showed me something we could do with it. Anyways, I picked them up for $9 over at Ollie's. Yeah, we can do some stuff with them. And then I found this cool little 30 Years of the Maid of Mischief. Harley Quinn, $13 over at Ollie's. Heck yeah. I think it's got a ton of stories in here. It's got just a ton of stories. So might as well pick that up. All right, let's go over to the monstrosity of a haul that I got. All right, here we go with round 2. I believe it's round 2 because we just did a round 1 and I don't have any comics, so no comic round. But let's start off with some of the kitschy stuff, some of the, you know, off the wall stuff that I picked up this week. And this one, I did not think that they would ever catch me with this, but Funko got me. They got me. They hit me right where they knew I couldn't resist them. My Kryptonite arcades. I picked up. Funko Pop is doing arcades now, so, and they're not very expensive, you know, $6, $7, I think. I'm not going to use it to display. I don't want to display this stupid pop. I don't care about no stupid pop, but I like the little arcade. So I picked that up. All right, what else did we get out there? This came from Big Bad. Really interesting. You know what? Did I show you the back of this here? I don't know if you guys want to see this or not. There's the UPC code for it. If you guys, I've only ever seen the Star Wars one, so I found a couple other Star Wars ones, but I haven't seen any more other than that. This is a little bit interesting because not a lot of people remember this show. I happen to remember it because I watched it growing up, but it's old. It's an older show. It's the Battle of the Planets, Gotcha Man, but this is Swan from Storm Collectibles. There you go. You guys remember her? She's with Gotcha Man, or the Battle of the Planets, or G-Force. So I dig it. I dig it. I loved these cartoons as a kid. They're just so awesome to me. So well drawn, so well, they were amazing. I also picked up found this guy. The Thing. You'll see it in my midweek video. I just picked him up yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, something like that. It was late. No, it was yesterday. It was today. What am I talking about? I just picked this up today. So here's the UPC for it. Let me see if I can get it in there without let's see. Can you guys read that UPC there? Let's see. Don't look at me. Look at the UPC. Anyways, there you go. I hope you got it. All right. That was weird. All right. I also picked up this Star Wars version of this Krennic that, but the reason I wanted this one because he has soft goods cape. I will always prefer that. There you go. Here's the UPC number, and that is Mr. Krennic with the soft goods cape. I also picked up another Footloose because they're awesome, and I found them at Walmart, so really could do with troop builders on this. So there's that. Very cool. Now showing up at your local Wally. I feel like Pee Wee Herman when he comes running out the store with all the snakes, right? Here's a GIF of it if you haven't seen it before. It's one of the funniest things. But anyways, I got a few Cobra Claws. Just a few. Let me see. Here's the UPC for the Cobra Claw. No, it's an exclusive. So you can't really scalp these. I mean, they were up there for a good day, so you can't. So anyways, everybody who was paying attention had a chance. So one Cobra Claw. Plus, you can't only just have ever just one Cobra Claw. You know, you got to have maybe two Cobra Claws. Well, I mean, is that enough? Is two Cobra Claws going to be enough? So maybe you want another Cobra Claw, right? You got to have more than just, I mean, three though? What if they show up with two Dragonflies? I mean, you got to have another Cobra Claw, right? So here's another one. Wait, but that's only 4. What if we need backup? 1 more Cobra Claw. So we got 5 Cobra Claws, and that was awesome. I'll be opening one of them today sometime, hopefully, and giving you a review of the Cobra Claw. And not only that, but don't you have to have a few snake armors as well to go against those dirty, nasty Joes? 1 snake armor, 2 snake armor, Here's the UPC code, because you might, nope, you can't have it. It was a Pulse exclusive. It was up. I think this one went faster though. If you were paying attention and you were within about a couple of hours, you were able to pick these up. These didn't go in like 20 seconds. These were up there for a while. So I picked up 4 of the snake armors. So I'll be using them to build up my armada. All right. All of these breakers came from Hasbro Pulse, but 2. This is unlike me and the Vipers in the DFW area, which I absconded with. I left a bunch of breakers out in the wild. I picked up a few more breakers. There you go. 6, but, well, 6 of them. No, what is this, 5? 5, but all of 2 are from the area, and the other 3 are from Pulse. So, like I said, I only picked up 2 locally. So, I'm surprised that I didn't think I would like this figure that much until I got a really good shot at it. And he comes with so much cool stuff and world building. So I picked up 1 firefighter, 2 firefighters, 3, now we got like a battalion firefighters, and finally a 4th firefighter. So here is the UPC on it. There you go. Very cool little firefighter. Got his axe, got his oxygen tank, got his hat, got his jaws of life, got his just all hammers, hatchets, axe, all good things, all good things. I just got these delivered from Amazon. I don't think they're going to be at Target. Maybe they are. I think these are Amazon exclusives. But I just picked up 3 of these Crosshairs and Madame Mask. I really like Crosshairs. Madame Mask I can do without. I like the head sculpts, but the figure, I think it's the Shriek figure is what it looks like. It's not a bad mold, but she doesn't have any crunch. Well, I'll have to check it out, you know, but I remember this mold. It's not very good. Anyways, I got 3 of those. In case it does show up somewhere, there's the UPC for it. But I really got it because of Crossbones. And this was supposed to be here in September, but it shipped out early. Crossbones is looking awesome, man. Crossbones, got his butt beat. But he's still a cool character. And then finally, I picked up a Psylocke, one more Psylocke for trade locally, or we'll see. I left, you know, I found like, so far I found about 5 of them. I picked up one for myself, and then this one is gonna be for trade. I picked it up for a buddy, but then they were like, oh, I found one locally. So it seems to me that people are finding these, but not everywhere. So we'll see. We'll see how it's not gonna go unused. So somebody locally, I don't do trades with just everybody. I have a set group of friends that I work with on a constant basis, really. What I would say to you guys is make friends with your local collectors, make friends at, go to shows, reach out to that circle online, start developing those friendships online, trust and local collectors as well. Help each other out. So I can't help everybody out. I already have a set of group of friends that I work with and have, you know, have that relationship with, and I usually just do, you know, trades with them and stuff. So yeah, we'll hold on to this one. But anyways, other than that, that's it. Was that enough? What a fun time to be a collector. Next week, well, you'll see what's coming next week. Next week's going to be fun too. It's not going to be anywhere near as the shenanigan level size that this was, but it will be fun. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. If you're coming back for the news, if you're enjoying the shenanigans, if you're having fun, if you're laughing, why not like, why not subscribe? What's the worst that can happen? You can meet this nerd at a convention and get yourself a free sticker or some, you know, a deal, or win some free toys. So guys, as always, appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying everything. And as always, special thanks to the members, their engagement, their generosity, and their input allow this nerd to bring you guys better content. One last thing, a little bit of housekeeping. I will be at the Funky Town Toy Show with the Shadow Phalanx, so you guys can check that out just for fun. Not selling it, just check it out. This August 3rd to have ourselves a good old time. So don't forget to stop by. Like I said, grab some stickers, let's talk some toys, let's shoot for a little while. Yeah, just have some fun. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. As always, as long as you guys keep watching these shenanigans, I'll keep rolling them out.